Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm back for another Slim Sports interview. And as always, I'm your host, Jay Slim. And joining me today is a familiar face to the Slim Sports brand. Help me get this brand started from the jump. My guy, my brother, the 7-foot center from Boise State, gonna send your shot back and then dunk it on your head. Mohamed Sylla. What's going on, Big Mo?
Boy, Fury with some quick hands, but Sylla.
What's good, Jay? What's good? How you doing, my man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm happy to have you on again. Back-to-back March Madness appearances for you and the Boise State Broncos. I see you repping their gear right now. See the logo on your shirt. Definitely
Yes, sir.
loved what you did with them, man. You had some great moments, a lot of great success with their program. Uh, Talk to me real quick about these past 2 seasons with that Boise State program, all the success that they had. What was that experience like for you?
I mean, you know, it was, let's say, one of my best experiences. I had a lot of good experiences, but being able to be part of something like this and, you know, making to the tournament back to back, that's something I will remember for the rest of my life. Like, you know what I mean? It's big. So it was like fun experience, really, really good experience, bro. I enjoy it. I enjoy it, bro. I enjoy it.
hmm And obviously, in order to make it to March Madness, you got to be, among the best in the country, and that's what Boise State
Mm-hmm.
was. You guys
Mm-hmm.
were in a Mountain West conference that I thought the Mountain West was better than some of the Power Five conferences this year.
Yep, yep, I agree. Yep, yep.
New Mexico is outstanding. They won the conference tournament. Colorado State. I mean, obviously, you guys at Boise State, you guys were all incredible. San Diego State as well, who obviously they made to the championship game the year before.
You got Nevada, you got Utah State. All those are good teams.
Oh yeah, Utah State. Man, God,
And
so many good.
they were really good this year. Really good. They won the league and went to the tournament, but they lost in the tournament to I think New Mexico, yeah. So
Yeah.
like the Mountain West Conference, the league got a lot better, bro. And it keeps getting better. Keeps getting better.
And now the crazy part about Mountain West is with the Pac-12 being disbanded, like the conference is just gone now because all the teams left for other conferences. In order to have a Power Five, you kind of need that fifth power conference. And I think the Mountain West is right up there with the Big East as a top contender because Mountain West,
Right.
I think they had 4 teams in the national tournament, including yourselves. So in order to get there, like I said, you guys had to be really good, which is what you were. Had some really big wins throughout this season. Talk to me real quick as a guy that was a part of that roster behind the scenes, saw what it took for your team to get to where they needed to be in the national tournament. What went into that success?
Oh, I mean, it's not a secret, it was work. I'm not even gonna lie. It was work. Boise State being really, Boise State being really good for the past, I don't know how many years, but for the past couple of years now, Boise State being really good because the coaching staff over there are doing a really good job. They're doing a good job. So it's like practices is like they're like games, like you know what I mean? Like when we go out there, it's like we're competing against each other, man. Like we going at each other and making each other better. Off the court we're brothers, but once we get to the practice facility, it's like everybody locking, like we working, like you know what I mean. And we're making each other better, and then everybody locked into the game plan, executing the game plan and everything. So that was a big part of our success, man.
Mhm. Yeah, and obviously making it to March Madness back-to-back years. I've had a lot of
Yeah,
players on for interviews that have been to March Madness in the NCAA tournament. They all say the same thing. You guys get treated like kings. You guys get a ton of gear. They, have a whole lot of respect for you guys for the journeys that you've been on. Obviously, you mentioned it before. It was incredible making it back-to-back times. But how would you describe that March Madness feeling? Not just being able to go once, but twice to where okay, yeah, we're legit. We belong here.
nah, it's like I don't even know how to put into word, but it's it's a different type of feeling. Like what I mean. It's like when you give a baby a candy, the way the baby be happy, like what I mean, something like that. Like my first year going into the tournament, I didn't even that was my first time, so I didn't even know how, the tournament was and stuff. I was like, it's just, regular basketball tournament that's like every other basketball tournament. Like, it wasn't like when we got there, the way like, the reception at the hotel, you know, like it's a lot of stuff like you guys are treated like pros like NBA players, bro. Like you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And you got all these gears and stuff. Like, man, like it's it's amazing, man. It's amazing.
Mhm.
It's amazing, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And I
Like
mean,
it's a different type of feeling, bro. And that's something every college basketball player wants to experience, bro.
mhm. Yeah, and it's awesome that you guys were able to get there, and a big part of that was obviously your guys' head coach in Leon Rice. Um, I've seen your guys' games. Obviously, I tune in to support you all the time. I see his demeanor on the court. He's a very intense guy, it seems like. But obviously he knows his stuff leading Boise State to, I believe now it's three straight for him, two straight for you because you've been there 2 years, but I believe they made it
Yep,
where you made also.
yep.
And obviously he has a lot of experience being a head coach. How would you describe what it was like playing for Coach Rice?
I mean, playing for Coach Rice, I would say was fun. You know what I mean? But he's one of them coaches that like you feel comfortable around. It's not everything is not only about basketball. You know what I mean? Like I would say he cares about his players off the court. Like you know what I mean? It's not everything is not about basketball. And whenever you're around him, like you feel comfortable to like talk to him. Somebody like you can come to any time and talk to him, and they will do whatever you need, to help you on everything, off and on and off the court, like you know what I mean. So it was really fun playing for him. You know, in practice is always good vibe with him. You know, film section, like everything. So I had a lot of fun playing for him. I had a lot of fun playing for him.
Yeah, and you were a big part of their team. They emphasis on big, obviously being 7 foot, manning that post. The coaches absolutely loved you. The fans loved you. When I would tune into the games, and anytime you made a shot, blocked a shot, did basically just step foot on the court, the fans would go nuts. I know that
Right.
personality. You shot 55% from the field over the past 2 seasons combined. Last year, you ended up going against New Orleans, which had an old teammate of yours from your JUCO days in Simeon Kirkland. You ended up putting up 10 points against him, 5 rebounds, had 12 points against Eastern Oregon. Before senior day, Boise State put out a thing on their social media talking about their seniors. And I think the best part about yours was how they were talking about your personality and how you always embrace your teammates, always try to help them get better, always try to motivate them on the bench. Talk to me real quick about your role for Boise State these past 2 seasons and how you really embraced that role.
I mean, like I said earlier, I went through a lot of ups and downs, like you know what I mean. But I always kept my head up, like you know what I mean. It's like it wasn't easy. My roles wasn't what I expected going over there. But I accepted my role and you know I did my job to the best of my ability. Either I was on the court, I was giving my 100%, do what I was there for. Either I was on the court, I was being a good teammate, you know, to my teammates, being you know, I was basically let me say that basically I was putting the team interest first before my personal interest. You know what I mean? So I think that was one of the reasons why, you know, I was successful over there because I call this being successful because even though things didn't go the way I planned it, but it was still, everything was still good. Like you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I wasn't selfish. I was giving my best every practice, every day. I was getting better. No matter if I play or not, I would come to practice the next day, go hard, kick some ass, you know. So it's like I got better just by practicing, going hard in practice because that practice be intense. So just I was treating every practice like it was a game for me. That helped me get better than being a good teammate, man. Being a good teammate to my brothers. That's why I gained so much respect over there. Those guys respect me a lot, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah, man. Obviously, now you're wrapping up your college career. You're done. You spent 2 years at Florida Southwestern, a year college wins, then a year at Detroit Mercy, and then the past 2 years, obviously, at Boise State. How would you kind of summarize these past 5 years of playing college basketball? What is that journey as a whole been like for you?
I mean, man, it's been a hell of a journey, man. It's been a hell of a journey, and I'm thankful for every opportunity that I had through those years, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know what I mean? And I'm thankful, man. I thank God for every situation He put me into because it was a perfect situation for me. So it's like I said, it was a lot of up and downs, but I'm only keeping the good memories that I made with all these incredible people I met throughout my journey, like you, like all my teammates and everybody else. You know what I mean? So I'm really thankful for the journey, and I know for sure the journey is not over. We just getting started. We just getting started. Promise you that.
Oh yeah, it's just getting started. And now that the college career is done, now you're getting ready to go into the professional level. You already
Yeah.
signed with an agent, you told me you've gone through that process. Now you're trying to get ready to go overseas and begin your professional journey. What has that process been like so far? How were you able to get in contact with your agent? And what would you say are the next steps that you're taking to get ready for that pro level?
Um, with my agent, since last season, I was already talking to couple of agents, and after this season, I had a couple of agents hitting me up too. But it's like with this agency stuff, I don't have much experience with it, so I didn't know who I could trust and work with. You know what I mean? I have a lot of people talking to me and all saying basically the same stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, who do I trust to work with? So I wasn't really familiar with this. And so I talked to one of my good friends, which is Deron Land. He went to Kentucky and won a national championship with Anthony Davis. And he got drafted to the NBA, play in the NBA for a couple of years. Now he's playing overseas. So me and him, we met in New York City at Gauchos during those summer workouts. So me and him work out together, play some open gyms together. So we built a really good relationship. So I kind of like talked to him because he had more experience in this stuff more than me. So I talked to him about my situation and stuff. He was like, yeah, he's gonna put me in with his agent. So he gave my contact to his agent. His agent contacted me, so we got to see each other over here downtown Manhattan in New York City. Sat down, we talked, and came out with an agreement that I was gonna work with him. So that's how I signed with him. So now I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen in the next, you know, 1, 2, 3 years. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see what's gonna happen.
Have you already been in contact with any teams specifically overseas, any specific countries, or have you not started that process yet? What stage are you probably in right now as far as continuing that process?
No, I haven't talked to any team yet because I signed my agent last week. So he only been a week. Signed with my agent, so he's working on it. But for now, I haven't talked or signed with no team yet, and that's not something I'm really worried about because I know no matter what I'm gonna get something, so I'm not really worried about that.
Mhm. Oh
And
yeah,
I trust my agent too. I trust my agent that he's gonna do what he's got to do to put me in a good position.
oh yeah. There's no doubt, man. I've seen your game in person. I've followed you throughout your career, and there's no doubt in my mind you're making it to that pro level. You're going to be able to succeed at a high level, and you're going to be dunking on a whole lot of people throughout the next decade or two, however long you want to play, man. I'm beyond proud of you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this interview with me,
Nah, thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. And then I want to apologize again for last time, man.
man. It's
You
all
know what
good.
happened last time, man. We were supposed to get this done, I don't know, 2, 3 days ago.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
all good, man. It happens and it's life, but you always busy. I know you're in the gym working out, getting ready for that pro level so you can find some people. So I'm just happy to see that. I'm happy to see your journey, and I'm happy to call you a brother. And very soon I'm gonna have some Mohamed Sylla gear hanging up in my room. And
nah, for sure, for sure. And I'm gonna make sure once I start playing pro, I give you that pro jersey too.
I would
I'm gonna make sure I do that.
absolutely, man. I love you, bro, and thank you so much for doing this with me.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro.